Alright, so as you can see by my phone clock, it is 3 a.m. I just don't feel tired, so I've just decided to just upload a tier list video. So, a little announcement. We have re reached. We have again hit 100 videos on the channel, so yay. I just don't sound that much excited because, we've already done it. But enough with all that. As you guys know, Pokemon Legends ZA has been announced, and because of it, I decided to do a Pokemon game tier list of every single main series game. Sorry, Mystery Dungeon and Snap, but this is all gonna be main series games. From the first ever games all the way to the newest, this is the Pokemon game tier list. Now, to start things off, we have the original four: red, blue, green, and yellow. Now, if I'm being honest, a lot of people are gonna say that they're not as good as the newer ones, but in my honest opinion, I liked the originals, so I'll give it an A. It isn't as good as some of the newer ones, but it is a start to a legacy. Next up, we have gold and silver. Oh, and by the way, I will be ranking these based on both games, depending on it. For example, red, blue, yellow, and green, since they were all released at pretty much the same time and are pretty much considered the same game, I'm using four of them as reference. So, like, since we're doing gold and silver now, like, both of games add up to the tier that it's gonna be on. So gold and silver, I'll give gold and silver a B tier. Mainly just because it just feels like an add-on to Kanto. Like it's like, wow, whoop-de-doo, you beat the champion. Now go back to Kanto for some reason to fight Red for no apparent reason when, it just, at that point, just makes Johto seem like just a Kanto ripoff. Next up we have Ruby and Sapphire, which in my opinion gave us some of the best starters. We got one of my favorites, Blaziken, Swampert, and Sceptile. So I think that gives it a pretty good A. Alright, now we're heading back to Kanto with Fire Red and Leaf Green. Now, these are the more updated versions of Red and Green, so I'll give it an S. They're still not as good as some of the games that we have today, but they were pretty good for their time. Next up, we have Emerald, which I actually forgot to cover. But the reason why Emerald is separate from Ruby and Sapphire is because the story is entirely different. You have to deal with both Aqua and Magma. So, and plus, since Rayquaza is one of my favorite, if not my favorite legendary, that's an S tier. Next up, we have Heart Gold and Soul Silver, which is just gold and silver with better graphics. So B tier. Next up, we have Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, which, call me biased because I grew up with Sinnoh, cause I was born in 2010, so I was born when like Diamond and Pearl the anime was releasing. So obviously I was a huge fan of the Sinnoh region, and Sinnoh is also where my favorite Pokemon Lucario is from, and also Palkia is from, so call me biased, but Diamond and Pearl give an A tier, but Platinum an S tier, because Platinum's just much more enjoyable compared to Diamond and Pearl, and somehow so far we don't have any F tiers yet. But now we have Pokemon Black and White. Now, if I'm being honest, this is where Pokemon games started to get a little bit boring, and not boring. This is where Pokemon games started to become a little less fun, because Black and White, you only could explore half the region, And then in Black and White 2, you could only explore that other half. So both get a C tier from me just because I find it stupid how you only can have access to one side of the region per game. But next up we have the infamous X and Y. Now don't get me wrong, I love X and Y. It gave us Mega Evolutions, in my personal opinion, the best gimmick in all Pokemon. It gave my boy Lucario a Mega. It gave us so many cool things, but in terms of enjoyability, it's relatively easy. The gyms are easy if you plan enough, and Diantha is less than what you'd call a champion. So I hate to say it, but it's a C for me. Next up, we going back to Hoenn with Alpha, Alpha, oh shoot, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, which again gave us Mega, but it's actually a lot more harder than X and Y, from what I remember. And just because I love Mega Blaziken and how broken they made Swampert, I'll give it a B tier. I mean A tier. Can I not? Hang on. Hang on. Why is this so difficult? Why is this actually so difficult? There we go. Alright, next up we have Sun and Moon. Oh, so yeah. Sun and Moon has got to be one of the most, Now, this is just from my personal experience playing through Sun and Moon. It was pretty fun. I mean, I played Pokemon Sun because I like Solgaleo more than Lunala, and I honestly found the game pretty fun. Is it one of the best Pokemon games? No. But is it fun? The Z moves are pretty cool, so I'll give it a B tier. Next up, skipping all these, we have Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Now, this is where they made the game a lot more fun by adding more quality and having Necrozma, however you want to pronounce their name. And the Ultra Solgaleo and Lunala look amazing. And the game was pretty more fun, so I'll give it an A tier. Next up, we enter the Nintendo Switch era with Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Now, I cannot lie. Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee sounded cool at first because, like, oh my goodness, you can it's pretty much Pokemon Yellow, but on the Switch, or if you're playing Let's Go Eevee, Let's Go Pikachu. I mean, it's literally Pokemon Yellow, but with Eevee. But my main problem with this game is how much it promotes Pokemon Go. Literally, there is no battling wild Pokemon. It's literally like Pokemon Go. Which is honestly kind of boring to me considering, like, why would I play this if it's literally just going to be Pokemon Go, the main series game? Next up, we have the infamous Sword and Shield. Now, in my personal opinion, Sword and Shield is one of the most fun Switch games that Nintendo released. But does that save it? No. The regions are lackluster. Not the regions. The routes are lackluster, excluding the wild areas. Dynamaxing and Gigantamaxing isn't as cool as Mega Evolution or Z moves. And even though I loved using Zacian for the time it lasted, then there's also the fact that the DLC's kinda short. I mean, I'm sure you can finish the DLC in not even 24 hours. So for that, I'll give it a B tier. Alright. Next up, we have it. The infamous Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Now, since Sinnoh's my favorite region, I would hope that the remakes, would be good. But nope, it's an exact replica of Diamond and Pearl. And they didn't even try to bring like Platinum back. No, it was just Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. And if I'm being honest, I did not like playing. No, like I liked playing through Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl at first, but then I played on my old console and played through Diamond and Pearl, and I realized that I was literally playing Pokemon, like as I was playing Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, I was literally just playing, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, but with better graphics. And for that, I hate to say it, but it might. No, F tier's a little too. All right, let me know what you guys would put this in the comments, cause I know some people would say F, but some people would say D. For me, only the fact that it's my favorite Pokemon region saves it from being an F tier. Next up, we have Legends Arceus, which in my opinion was one of the most fun Pokemon games I played in a while. The fact that not only was it the first open world Pokemon game, but it also took out gyms and everything, and it was just fun. It felt cool, actually. It felt neat actually having a purpose to fill the Pokedex. It isn't just, oh, fill up the Pokedex if you want to. No. The entire story is about filling up the Pokedex. And for that, Legends Arceus. My only problem with Legends Arceus is how annoying Paris is. And that's why Paris is is the Pokemon I hate. So S. Finally, we have Scarlet and Violet, the newest game. Now, I know a lot of people clown on Scarlet for being, glitchy and with all the bugs and stuff, but I played through Pokemon Scarlet and I loved it. From the battles to the story, I honestly kind of liked it. My one problem, however, with Scarlet and Violet is the lack of emotion. Now, if it had voice acting, so many scenes would have been so much more heartfelt. For example, the whole Herba Mystica side story of Arvin and Mabostiff. If it was voice acted, I would have genuinely started crying because of how sad it was. But it didn't have any. I honestly think that Scarlet and Violet had the potential, but it failed. So for that, I hate to say it, but it's going on the B tier. Alright guys, that is it for the Pokemon tier list. Let's go over these. So we have none in F tier. In D tier, we have Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. C tier, we have Black and White, both the original and the second, and Pokemon X and Y. In B tier, we have Gold and Silver, Heart Gold and Soul Silver, Sun and Moon, Let's Go, both Sword and Shield, and Scarlet and Violet. In A tier, we have all four of the originals, Red, Blue, Yellow, and Green, alongside Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, Diamond and Pearl, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and Ultra Moon and Ultra Sun, and finally for S tier, Fire Red and Leaf Green, Emerald, Platinum, and Legends Arceus. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy, in fact, like it, please like the video and subscribe to join the channel. We are on a fast road to 1K subscribers. And I've actually decided to do something. At 1,000 subscribers, I'll do a face reveal, because I don't want my face reveal to be anticlimactic and turn out to be like Dream or Corpse Husband, and we all know what happened with those, and I'm just yapping. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm probably just gonna watch anime or something after this. What am I what? Yeah, I'm probably gonna watch either anime or just YouTube after this, but yeah, hopefully Legends ZA is actually, hopefully Legends ZA is as good as Legends Arceus. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace out.